And as they...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Giles in at the power forward position. And for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Doncic looking it over. A putback, Porzingis on the foul.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
Now, here's Lillard. Here's the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Passes to Richardson. Shoots over Powell. Here's Cauley-Stein. The rebound by Giles.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Jones. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
The 3 for Doncic. That shot off the mark. And it's Portland the other way. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. And here's Doncic from the arc.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Porzingis. Doncic right side. Shoots from the right block. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Giles. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Nurkic with the steal. On the wing, Jones. Lillard way outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Here is Lillard. There's the pass to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Powell kicks to Hardaway. For three. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And stolen by Richardson. And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Portland trailing here. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Over Redick. He's off from 17 feet.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
At the end of one, a closely contested game. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy,
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Marjanovic in its center. In the corner, Powell with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously, last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. Hollis Jefferson's checked in.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Cantor And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I'll tell you, Kanter's jump shot is very consistent. The defense has got to respect it, which is why that pump fake becomes effective.
Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Outside for Redick. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Here's Anthony, and that one goes long. Dallas leading by 6. Hardaway with a wide open look. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. And good that time.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
1:44 left to play in the first half. Brunson finds Hardaway. Outside, Redick. From past the arc. Dallas again missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Powell kicks to Marjanovic. Count that one. Marjanovic has got 6.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Simons surveying the D. Pass to McCollum. Pulls up, high post, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Now Powell, Redick for 3, and Kanter pulls it down.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point. Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. 17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Marjanovic, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. The drive by Doncic. Shot on the wing. Cauley-Stein. The second chance points on the tip in. Cauley-Stein's got his first bucket in this one.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
It's Powell on the wing. From the arc. No good there. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Here's the step back, and it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis. Doncic has got 6.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Giles kicks to Powell. Richardson against Lillard. It's a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Giles has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. Doncic against Lillard. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. And it gets caught. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 8 points.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Lillard against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Shot from 12. The putback. Offensive rebound. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Luka Doncic.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Powell comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. Monte Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. Redick surveying the D. Passes it to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway kicks to Redick. Here's Marjanovic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. 8 points for him.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Lillard with no one around. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got J.J. Redick, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Brunson with it. It's Redick on the wing, over McCollum, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Redick's got his first points in this one. Here's McCollum. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. He gets it in there.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
The pass to Hardaway. Marjanovic against Cantor. Here's Powell. Lays it up off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Redick for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Redick's got it all tied up now for the man.
You got to guard Redick as soon as he gets across half court. He's that talented of an outside shooter.
Redick against McCollum. Anthony's shot is off. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Down low. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And so it's Dallas with it. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Redick against McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hardaway. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Gigantic shots like that have to help Powell's confidence. Quality look.
And that one, good.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Now here's Brunson. Back to Redick. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's a 3-point Portland lead.
You know, you love your star players making others better. And Melo with the vision there.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 1:41 left to play here in the 4th. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, C.J. McCollum.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp. And his touch from the field, flawless. And the teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position. And boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets full.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls. Get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And here is Doncic. It's to Porzingis. The rebound by Giles.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Here's Lillard. Got it.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
From deep three-point range. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now Lillard. Missed it. And the Mavericks call time here. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And it's the Mavericks to start out. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Here's Lillard. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Lillard's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Trailblazers. Passes it to Richardson. Portland grabs the miss. Giles has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Powell, no one around him. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Norman Powell on the big-time delivery.
And the Mavericks call time here. Mavericks making a switch here. Redick is checked in. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas, trailing by 5. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Porzingis can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
McCollum dishes to Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 7th rebound here tonight. From deep. but they recover it.
And that's a good job of just getting after on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Well, the Slovenian delivers from deep. Luka Doncic lets his outside shooting set up the rest of his well-rounded offensive game.
Lillard with it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from three-point range since the end of regulation. Here's Doncic. Marjanovic, great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level. And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Redick with the 3. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
One of the purest shots in NBA history. Redick's a guy you can count on in crunch time.
Doncic with the steal. It's 2-on-1. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Knocks down the trifecta. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Redick with the 3. No good that time. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. And for the Mavericks, they've got Richardson. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Doncic. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. Man, sometimes there's dunks and then there's mean dunks. That was a mean dunk.
And stolen by Richardson. Doncic left side. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Morris. For the 3. No good on the shot. And it's Dallas the other way. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Here's Finney-Smith. Offensive rebound Mavericks.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ibaka, the pass to George. Back to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Leonard.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Now, here's Doncic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Jackson against Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. The short one's on the money. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the game to go. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. George passes to Leonard. His three-pointers off the mark. Dallas leading by 4. Out to Porzingis. Here's Doncic. It's not going to go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Jackson following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. George against Richardson.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 36 seconds left in the first. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Left side, Ibaka. Leonard inside. Another shot. Back to Ibaka. On the wing, George. Richardson covering. And George is good for three. George has got 7.
Like how Paul George right now is reading the defense like a Sunday paper, has a good feel as to when to fire from distance.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He notched. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Here's Redick. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Clippers in the lead. Batum wide open. He fights. The rebound by Marjanovic. Maverick shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against.
And here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. There's the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Brunson. And stolen by Cousins. Kennard on the wing. Out to the wing. Beverly finds Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. The Mavericks trailing. Fires for three. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Now the Clippers moving it up. From 12 feet out. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
Outside, Redick. Drills the three-pointer. Redick's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Batum. Back to Kennard. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Redick with the three. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And now a three-point Dallas lead. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Kennard from outside the arc. Traps in the tray. Kennard's got 5.
Mano a mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Powell finds Marjanovic. Here's Brunson. Back to Marjanovic. Over Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Rondo with it. Kicks to Morris. Lots of room. That shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. Leonard on the wing. And they get it. And too long on the shot.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Keeps it alive.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now Rondo still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside Leonard. It's good.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 8 points and that.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Doncic outside. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot and misses it off the right side of the rim. Fast break. Here they come. Porzingis with the steal. Richardson attacking. It's Hardaway that time on the assist by Richardson. Hardaway has got his first 2 points.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Jackson down low. Guarded by Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Leonard, no luck.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And he's got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
George against Richardson. That's tipped. From deep 3-point range, Doncic, no good.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Jackson passes to Morris. Back to Jackson. Pass to George. From deep. Porzingis with the rebound.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
But they get it back. Paulie Stein. From deep three-point range, and that's good. Luka Doncic for 3. Doncic has got 7 points in the game. Now, here's George. 9 points in the game so far. Over Richardson. George missing again.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range. It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Jackson kicks to George. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Richardson dishes to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. The Clippers grab the miss.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
50 seconds left to play in the third. From deep, Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got the lead up to 13 now for Dallas.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. High post try, and it falls over the rim and in. Ibaka's got his second bucket.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. So, for the Clippers, 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now the pass to Reddick. It's deflected. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Maverick. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the small forward position. Passes it to Reddick. Over Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Brunson against Beverly. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Beverly's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. And here's Brunson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside for Reddick. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Yes, that goes in.
A beautiful touch from J.J. Redick on the mid-range jump shot. An efficient scoring area for Redick.
Kennard on the wing. The three. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Cousins finds Beverly. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Mavericks leading by 9. Thompson with it. The pass to Redick. Brunson scanning the floor. Redick against Kennard. Here's Marjanovic. And the rejection by Zubac. Marjanovic, no good. Clippers trail by 9. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Porzingis in for Powell. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Runs in the pass to Redick. Passes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Redick. Out to the right wing. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in. Jackson dishes to George. And the call, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're up by 2. 1:32 left in the fourth. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Doncic kicks to Redick. To the inside. Cauley-Stein. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
Outside, George. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. To tie it up. And he lays it up and in.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Now, Doncic. To end the drought. Money!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
George passes to Ibaka. Now, here's Kennard. Over for Reddick. The putback, it drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Doncic against George. Doncic passes to call his son.
He's got great.
The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They break the...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then there's Gordon. And it's Murray in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter. Now, here's Doncic. Step back shot. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
And it's Murray penetrating. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Passes it to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And here is Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And Bull pulls it down. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Porter, no luck. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. That shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Out to Porzingis. To the wing right side. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas again missing.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
The Mavericks shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Out to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now Brunson to the middle. Here's Marjanovic. Rebound by the Nuggets. Barton right side. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Brunson, good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now the dish to Barton. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That one goes. Count it.
Barton is at his very best when he's attacking the basket. He's a most effective slasher.
Here's Brunson. Dishes it to Hardaway. Outside, Redick. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
And this is exactly how Redick makes his living. An incredible three-point shooter who shoots it quickly.
Morris with the bucket. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Denver on top, leading by a point. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Powell in at the four-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The Nuggets leading by 3 for the finish. And Morris throws it down.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. And the dunk by Powell.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And McGee kicks to Morris. And there's the pass to Barton. Here's McGee. And no good. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Redick, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Pass to Powell. Now here's Cauley Stein, guarded by McGee. Hardaway against Barton. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Morris. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Outside, Redick connects from three-point range. Redick's got 6. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Millsap left side. He feeds it to McGee. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Down low. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Campazzo runs in covering. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And here are the Nuggets now. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. Right side, Redick. Here's Powell, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. On the wing, Porter. Fires from the corner. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Dallas the other way. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
35 seconds left in the first half. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Doncic feeling it out. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Over Murray. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And that one drops for him.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Doncic. From 13 feet, it goes down. Doncic has got 6 points.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good action during the period as it was just a 1-point game. And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Monte Morris. He's been really playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. 6 to shoot. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. From downtown. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Nuggets trail. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Not much the defense could do there with Richardson bouncing like that.
Murray surveying the D. No good on the triple. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a one-point game. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. And it's Gordon penetrating. Doncic with the block.
Yeah, the defense of Doncic looking a lot better. I mean, when he works hard at that end of the floor, he can get up and block some shots, too. Not a lot of them, but he can block a few.
Great look, but off the mark.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Gordon dishes the ball. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Martin comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Morris with the ball. He's got 8. Here's Jokic. And that one hits back iron. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Richardson, and it's Dallas with another.
Yeah, the shot from Richardson looks smooth and effortless. This team did a nice job setting him up there.
Morris inside. Guarded by Doncic, and he gets it to go.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Millsap. And it's Jamal Murray in for Will Barton.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Brunson scanning the floor. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Over Morris. And there it is for him. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Murray against Redick. Good. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Morris against Brunson. Hardaway up top. He's got 5. Brunson finds Redick. 5 on the clock. The high post shot. It's hauled in by Gordon.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Murray, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Redick against Gordon. Right side Redick. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Mavericks lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Here's Brunson. Powell is out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Redick in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Bull, that's good. Bull's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Redick for three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Here's Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on J.J. Redick.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Clock at 6. Back to Doncic. Over Gordon. Porter pulls it in. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Doncic against Murray. And it's Doncic missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Nuggets.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Well, they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Mavericks trail by 4. Richardson outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis against Murray. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic right side. He gets that one.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Here's Murray. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possession.
Doncic against Murray. Cauley-Stein passes to Doncic. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Murray against Doncic. Murray with the defensive effort. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Bull wide open. He shoots offline with his 3. Mavericks trailed by 4. And the pass to Doncic. Nice D from Porter.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Here's Murray. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And that's 13 points for Jamal Murray.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The long distance 3 is buried. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This guy, this young fella, loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Doncic against Murray. And it's Denver with the rebound. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center. And in many ways, his game reminds me of Vlade Divac.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein, and Porzingis subbed in for Powell. Was shot by Redick, no good, and he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And like his father, Manute, Bole's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
And that's an intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Here's Dozier. No good on his first attempt of the game. So the Nuggets win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Portland, we've got Jusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Giles in at the power forward. Now here's Nurkic. And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Richardson, good.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Lillard with it. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Powell kicks to Giles. The 9-foot shot, and it's in there.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Richardson finds Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Very hard to contend with a player with the size and touch and well-rounded offensive game that Kristaps Porzingis has.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Outside, Jones. Lillard against Porzingis. And he comes up with the deuce.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Doncic feeling it out. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And then Jones with the jam.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Porzingis high post. Wide open look here for Cauley Stein. Porzingis can't hit. Porzingis with the steal. Oh, that's blocked. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
2 points. That one goes.
We know this. Doncic is an aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to make you pay.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's the pass to Richardson. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Lillard scanning the floor. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Steps back and fires. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go. Passes it to Nurkic. To the paint. Here's Jones. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Porzingis. Portland grabs the miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And here's Doncic from deep three-point range. That one doesn't go. He gets it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got Collins. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Stolen by Kanter. And Portland with another turnover here. Mavericks trail by 6. Redick surveying the D. Poked away. It's stolen by Anthony. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Now here's McCollum. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Anthony kicks to Kanter. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's McCollum on the wing. Kicks it out to Collins. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing here by 8. After a promising rookie campaign last year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. And Dallas also making a switch. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Pass to Powell. Out to Porzingis. Dallas again missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And the basket by McCollum.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Inside, Porzingis. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Redick. Here's Cantor. Goes back up. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Derek Jones comes in for Zach Collins. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Nobody near Lillard. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Lillard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. The Mavericks making the shot. 1:30 left to play here in the second quarter. On the wing, Doncic. He has 6. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Here's Simons. It's a 10-point game. Giles, that's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
They get it again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. Outside, Jones. Here's Giles. Guarded by Powell. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
A physical big. Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Doncic, here we go.
This guy moves so well with the ball in his hands. And Doncic knows how to initiate contact and get himself to the line when he puts it on the deck.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Lillard outside. Portland again missing. Now Doncic knocks down the step back J. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Very rarely do you see Doncic out of rhythm with his jump shots, even off the dribble. His accuracy is too good.
And so we wrap up the first half. Trailblazers out in front.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 10. Jack, how do you... Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Jones, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The pass to Porzingis. It's stolen. Powell down low. Richardson covered. Lillard outside. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half, you need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Lillard. He's got 8, and Lillard throws it down.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Portland leading by 8. By himself, and Jones with the stop.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Jones against Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Well, that's about decision-making and being comfortable in the pick and roll. For Luka, he's been there and done that.
Lillard from outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes it now 6 for 11. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all.
I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness. After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second makes sense.
Lillard from outside, and again it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
From deep, Doncic, no good. Portland leading by 12. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. Lillard way outside. Cauley Stein grabs the board. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Finney Smith can't get it to go. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. From deep three-point range, Lillard again missing. Mavericks trail by 12. The 3 from Porzingis. They get the rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Cauley Stein's got 6.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. Doncic with it. He's got 20. On deep. Porzingis tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. And it's Jones finishing it off.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now Lillard, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. He dialed that one up from long distance. Lillard's got 16 here in the second half.
I guess he just needed a little break because since halftime, he's been raining triples.
That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And he's supplying a lot of their offense with his three-point shooting. Knocked down 4 from distance in that quarter alone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Collins is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Feeds it to Collins. McCollum against Redick. Shoots the three. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. He tries for three. Marjanovic, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Anthony. That shot missing. Great D that time from Hardaway. Mavericks trail by 18. Brunson, no good. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the basket by McCollum.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it. One
thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Hardaway. The shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Pass to Collins. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed. But nobody between him and the basket on the break, and the pass was right where it needed to be.
Simons, the pass to Collins. McCollum outside. He feeds it to Kanter. Kicks it out to Collins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trail by 18. And the wide-open shot from Redick. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Jones subbed in for Zach Collins. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. And a wide-open look for McCollum, and a miss there on the triple. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Redick with the three. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. The Mavericks also with a sub. Doncic is checked in. Jones, that's for 2. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
The shot by Powell, no good. And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 14-point game. Got that one up quick.
What confidence from the grizzled veteran. Redick is as automatic as it gets from downtown.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard misses.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Doncic, no good. Here is Lillard. No good again that time. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clear. Starting lineup. Doncic out there with Richardson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Richardson against Beverley. Out to Doncic. Excellent D there from George.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Beyond the arc. And that one is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Porzingis, and that one drops.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot and his offensive game now.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Beverly. Outside, George. Now here's Beverly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Porzingis. Pushing it up. Morris against Cauley Stein. Porzingis trying to get free. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. In the corner, George with it. Good on the triple. George has got 5 points so far.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that front.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Cauley Stein can get up there, and the guards know that, so available for an oop at any time.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Ibaka looking for an opening. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Richardson.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Beverly against Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. And the wide open shot from Redick. And his first shot of the game, no good. The Clippers in the lead. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Pass to Hardaway. The 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Batum, good.
Now, Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
Mavericks trailed by 5. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Redick, and he converts the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Passes it to Kennard. Here's the 3. Powell pulls it in. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now Beverly. Can't get it to fall. 1 quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
You know, this game, you know, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Luke Kennard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Outside, Redick. Rondo with the steal. Brunson against Kennard. Leonard with no one around. Uncovered. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Leonard's got his first basket.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find them.
And here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Shot from 12. Cauley-Stein. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Cauley-Stein's got 6.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley-Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Kennard with the ball. Knocks down the 3 ball. 5 points in the game.
This offense just continues to impress.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. From deep 3-point range, and it's Doncic missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And another 3 for the Clippers. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
6 to shoot. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Richardson right side. Here's Porzingis. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I think the talk about Porzingis being soft on the inside might be a little misguided. Playing pretty hard right now.
1:36 left in the first half.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Richardson. Pass to Porzingis. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
You got to appreciate Porzingis, a willing screener, and he rolls quick to the open space.
Over to the wing. Kennard against Richardson. Here's Kennard. He's got 8. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire. hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Jackson against Doncic. And it goes down 2 points.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Jackson looking around. The pass to Cousins. The shot that time, not on target. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Doncic. And that one, good. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead time. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Now, here's Redick. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Leonard the pass to Morris. George up top. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Redick surveying the D. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Clippers leading by 3 to the inside. Morris finds Leonard. Count it. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Leonard did a good job to take a picture there, recognizing what was going on, read the defense, and then finds a soft spot in the mid-range.
Pass to Marjanovic. Outside, Redick fires from deep. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Chalk up 2 there. Marjanovic has got 6.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Outside, George. And it's Leonard, top of the key. To the paint, here's Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Now Richardson. Stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. Again, Los Angeles.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Mavericks trail by 7. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Redick with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Redick's got his second basket of the game.
Man, that was deep right there. JJ works on all of these shots all the time.
George against Richardson. Now, here is George. He's guarded closely. Here's Ibaka. The shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. From deep. The shot by Redick, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league. How do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
George with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Brunson, and he lays it straight in. Brunson's got his first points of the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. The lead is 2. Passes it to George. Back to Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. From the wing. And he hits the jumper for 2. Mavericks trail by 4. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Over to the left wing. And they double up Doncic. Here's Cauley Stein. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Doncic with the steal. Cauley Stein in the post. Ibaka on him. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Clippers on top. They're up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Cousins in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Redick for 3, hands it from downtown.
Really good decision as Redick is playing at full speed, but slows down, makes the right choice.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Mavericks trail by 3. And here's Brunson. Outside, Redick. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Redick. Here's the pass to Brunson. Here's Marjanovic. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Outside Jackson. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Redick for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Kennard for 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Pass to Kennard. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The first one falls. Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the dunk by Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
George with the ball. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Right side, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
Here's George. Ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Doncic outside. 1:29 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Porzingis. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. George finds Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Left side, Leonard. Dishes to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. 4 on the clock. Releases from 15. It falls!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Now, here's Doncic. And the shot goes in.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that
one. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. It's good!
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Now Doncic from deep. Bullseye! 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's George, and time expires. Fantastic defensive play. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, they've got Jamal Murray. Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the small forward spot. Now here's Doncic over Murray. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
Here's Dallas. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Porzingis. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Porzingis. To the middle. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
Murray outside. And he makes that one.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic feeling it out. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Now Marjanovic. The putback. Porter pulls it in. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Out left to the wing. Jokic kicks to Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down because, after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target from three-point range. Porter passes to Gordon. Jokic with it. Shoots over Marjanovic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Porter kicks to Murray. A three-ball. Offensive rebound. That shot off. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by one. Porzingis can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Marjanovic. Now, here's Bull. Can't connect from short range.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Nuggets getting the bucket, and there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Can they get it? The shot by Redick, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Brunson, no good. Denver leading by 9. Here's Morris. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Powell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
Millsap in the corner. The pass to Bull. Porzingis with the block. And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team
mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nuggets?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the foul.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the shot goes in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Rivers, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. Here we go, one-on-one. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Bull. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
To Redick, launches a 3. Barton with the rebound. Denver leading by 7. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Monte Morris. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Bull. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Cauley Stein. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Outside for Millsap. Up top, Barton. Richardson covering. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Mavericks trailed by 5. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Austin Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to – when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Redick. Michael Porter making his last shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. One-on-one fast break. On pass to Gordon. That shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
No good that time. Passes to Jokic. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get it back. Dallas calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Zingas, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for J.J. Redick. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Murray outside. Porter in the corner. To the left wing. And so it's Denver heading to the... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Denver came ready to play. And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their... And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. The Nuggets leading by 7. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Murray. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Richardson gets a wide open look. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And here is Murray. Inside, tries from 10. The shot will not fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Porzingis finds Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Outside, Redick. Off target from outside.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Here's Doncic. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. And it's good for 2. Doncic has got 8 points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Murray. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Redick's got the ball. Cauley-Stein passes to Porzingis. It's deflected. Left side, Redick. Back to Hardaway. Now the pass to Cauley-Stein. 5 on the clock. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
And here is Murray after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. Reddick against Murray. Corner outside. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, you look at Porzingis, and for a bigger guy, he's really agile, which I think puts defenders in difficult spots when they're trying to guard him.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Here's Doncic. That shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Bull.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
And Doncic, here we go. Cauley Stein kicks to Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Gordon's checked in for Rivers. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. For Dallas, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Marjanovic. Brunson with a clean look. They get it back. Richardson outside. In the corner, Powell with it. Pass to Brunson. Out to the right wing. And it's Marjanovic on top of the key. Dallas needs to get off a shot from past the arc. No good from Finney-Smith.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Out to Morris. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Here's Finney-Smith, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Morris outside. Murray left side. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Back to Jokic. And the call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Murray. No good with the layup.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Zinkis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Cauley Stein. And Doncic is subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Here's McGee. Murray the pass to Porter. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Doncic outside. Redick with the three. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Porter in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. And it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Murray right side. He kicks to McGee. Gordon the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slings it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Outside, Redick. A three-pointer, no good. Denver leading by 7. And so they foul intentionally. And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in. 1:25 left to play here in the fourth. Porter against Doncic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Here's Doncic. And it's sent back by Jokic. And it's Murray penetrating. Count it. Murray's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Fires from 14, and that one goes long.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Porter. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this even.